And here we are, everybody. What's going on? We're back again. Another episode as we do. I'm intrigued to see how the rest of this series happens to go. We are less than a month away from NHL 22, which, thank God, because as we talked about so many times this year, 21's been a disaster for me. From a motivational content creation, thanks a lot for deleting my custom rosters standpoint, but again, we'll be so close to roster editing. Hopefully roster sharing, please God, EA, please. At least for those of you on Xbox, I saw Risky for the Biscuit in the comments of the last one saying, I'm on PlayStation, I'd probably be out of luck if it's not cross-gen. And yeah, you would be. But, God forbid roster sharing's in, I'd make it worth your while. So maybe get an Xbox if they announce it. But yeah, for now, we focus on this lovely Nation series where right now the team is doing very well. I was a little bit disappointed in the options that we had available to us in the draft, in the deadline. And of course, goaltending is also a major concern right now, despite the record that we have. We made it through. I still think we'll be okay. Are we going to have enough to win a Stanley Cup? I mean, I doubt it, but you never know with this sim. Now, somebody mentioned that Ottawa had a player by the name of Dimitra on their team. I'd rather go back and get like Riley and the other guy that we've had before. He probably won't develop, even if he was cheap from a deadline perspective. So with that, we move ahead. This may very well be a playoff episode as well. We take on the Toronto Maple Leafs first, although I will say as well with Kopitz, we're just going to leave him unsigned for the rest of the year, unless we're desperate. In terms of our ratings, 96, 88, and a 71, so we actually have the Leafs beaten everywhere but in goaltending, but of course, as we know, goaltending ratings don't really matter, so hey, we could be all right. We're currently in a top 3 spot in our division as well. And we'll sim towards the end of the month here. A win and 3 losses in a row. Bouncing back okay. I mean, middle of the road. No crazy win streaks. So few more losses than I'd care to see, though, for this time down the stretch. But we are golden. Like, we would really have to blow this with 9 games left to not be in a top 3 position. Winning the division seems unlikely, but top 3 is almost a certainty. It makes me wonder, though, with those losses, what our goaltendings looked like. Yep. Okay. So we had a suspicion that could happen, which is, of course, why we ended up signing Thomas Greiss and Dan Vladar. So we will send the other 2 down, and we will turn it over to the veteran in Greiss and the somewhat veteran in Vladar, and somebody on this team out of 6 goaltenders, or however the hell many, 6 is the max. Out of all the goaltenders we have, somebody has to be able to stop a puck. And I mean, Ustimenko in the AHL, he's even been trash in the AHL, and he only has an 892. Parik has a 910 at least, so I guess that means Ustimenko will take a seat. We'll get Sjogard back in there, just because, of course, he's still a medium starter potential goalie, even if it's not looking all that good. So let's see if we found our goaltenders. That is not a good start. That's not a good start at all. We got outscored 7-4. We are still within striking distance of the Panthers for home ice advantage, but Toronto's going to clinch this division. Oh boy, the losses right now. Goodness gracious. What is happening, boys? Greiss has been abysmal in the 2 games he's started so far. Vladar's been okay. He'll start against San Jose. Yikes. All right, so I'm going to guess the Florida Panthers are going to have home ice advantage here. What the hell are we going to do? We cannot find a goalie that can stop a puck. Good Lord. I mean, I guess in theory we should give Greiss more than 2 games, but I don't know who the hell is going to start for us here. We're into April. We lose again. I mean, I said it would be a disaster. We're still 6 points clear of Ottawa. But we are doing our best to throw this away. I mean, Greiss now has an 883. Okay. So Greiss has an 833. Parik at the NHL level has an 893. Did I say an 833? I think I said 883. Yeah. Sjogard at the NHL level had an 894. So as it stands, it looks like Sjogard's one of our best options. Coletta had an 888. And Ustimenko had an 892. Okay, let's try this. Grice down for Sjogard. Right? And we'll call Mads back up with that 894. Park had an 893. We'll give Lukas one more chance here. Obviously, we weren't going to lose Grice on waivers, and actually I'll call him right back up. Just clear the waivers so that I don't have to worry about it. So AHL level goaltending, Mads can be with Coletta because I don't really care about Ustimenko. And Vladar and Paric will get the chance. Somebody please show up in our last 4 games. We beat Montreal 4-1, thank God. Winnipeg, we win 4-1, thank God, and that finally clinches us a playoff spot. And fun fact, we actually caught the Florida Panthers. We have home ice over the Panthers. Florida with a bigger bottle job than what the hell we were just putting on. We get crushed by Buffalo, and in the final game of the season, we beat Philadelphia. So we will take on the Cats in round 1. Again, Toronto wins the division. So I still have no idea who our goalie's going to be. Toronto, though, again, wins the division. Ottawa also fought back to make it in the Metro. Washington, New York, Columbus, and Carolina. Man, the Philadelphia Flyers were absolute trash. In the Central, Colorado was fantastic with Chicago and Minnesota. And in the Pacific, it's Anaheim, Edmonton, Vegas, Vancouver, and Los Angeles making the playoffs. So in the league, we were outside the top 10. We were 11th on 94 points. Goals for per game, second best in the league, only behind Colorado. It's very obvious. Yeah, we have a bottom 5 goaltending and defense. Our offense is phenomenal. We just need somebody to stop a puck. We had the best power play in the league, and it wasn't even close. We had 12 more goals than the likes of Colorado. The Rangers had 66, but you see how many more chances they had than we did. Our penalty kill was at 79%, which wasn't that bad. We just need goaltending. That's all we need. Somebody show up. And we have a chance here. Tim Stützle, 90 points, 40 goals, I believe a career high indeed. What a season for Tim Stützle. Love to see that. Nico Hischier, 88 points in 82 games. Phenomenal work, a new career high. And then David Pastrnak, we would have seen 103 points. That is also a new career high. In case anyone was thinking maybe he wasn't worth it, I feel rather vindicated right now. That top line was outstanding. Stanislav Semyonov, 69 points in his first full season, 34 goals. What a beast he is. Incredible that we were able to work out a deal to get him. Ottawa, you done goofed. He was next to Philip Hedl, who had 67 points. That is also now a career high. 31 goals for Hedl as well. It's a good thing we brought him back. And then Martin Necas was also spectacular. 71 points. Not a career high. He had 80 last year. Of course, 81 with Carolina IRL in the 2020-2021 season. But yeah, no, this is great. This is great. Well, the IRL, yeah, 2020. Well, wait, no, because that would have been the video game season. We're 4 seasons in, and then we got him at the end of season 1, right? Yeah, because obviously 2020-2021 was, you get the point. My mistake. Third line, Pius Suter, 43 points, 20 goals. That's incredible for a third liner. Tomas Hertl was still great, 59 points, obviously in a slightly reduced role, but that's still fantastic. And Timo Meier, I mean, as well, 55 points. It's better than he's basically done over the last 3 years, so that's great. Fourth line, Zemgus Girgensons, 22 points and a -9. That's a little bit worrying. Radek Faksa with 24 points, and Lars Eller with 24 as well. So the plus-minus on the fourth line isn't quite ideal, but even the top line is technically a negative, so it's not that surprising given the goaltending, basically. Michael Bondra was phenomenal, 59 points after a 45-point rookie year with Chicago. Artem Dadonov, we know he's not a big point getter, but he is the DFD that allows Michael Bondra to fly. Chernak, 13 points. Moritz Seider with 24. Kempny with 8. Ronick with 11. I mean, I suppose we could flip Kempney and Chernak back if we wanted to. The plus-minus is definitely more due to the goaltending. Vladar finishes with a 902. Park at an 898. We have a decision to make in goal. That's all I can say. And we'll come to that decision in a minute. Before that, let's look at the points around the league. Now that we've seen our team, we should go up to the top as opposed to going from the bottom. Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, they were fantastic. But you see Pasternak, one of a fairly elite class to break 100 points this year. Ovi with 62 goals. McKinnon and Crosby, they only got other guys to break 50, and they each had 58. Ovi now up to 912 career goals. He's 38. The assist leader was Mikko Rantanen. He sure was top 3. One of 3 guys to break 70 assists. The Pim King was actually Braden Shen, go figure. Defensively, the point leader, Cale Makar, outracing Drew Doughty and Noah Hannafin. Goal scoring king was Kevin Shattenkirk in Toronto with 23. Okay, that's incredibly random. But the goaltenders, the winningest was Jonas Korpisalo for the Colorado Avalanche. The shutout leader was Elvis Merzlikins with 10. He still only had a 903, though, for God's sakes. And then, yeah, save percentage-wise, Dostal was the only one. Damn. Might need to get Lukas Dostal. 921. So goaltending was down. I mean, DiPietro had a 916. Gibson had a 915. So, I mean, obviously, like, anything above like a 905, and we're doing okay, and nobody could hit that mark. Josh Waugh is going to win the Calder over Semyonov, unless it gives it to Semyonov for the goals. But Waugh out in Columbus, a plus 23, did pretty well. Zach LaRue was out there. Michael Bondra as well was in this rookie class. I think Semyonov has a shout, but it's likely to go to Josh Waugh, unfortunately. So that brings us to the question, who the hell is going to be our goalie? Or the 2 goalies that we trust the most here? We have 6 of them on roster. All of them played in the NHL this season. Thomas Greiss, as you would have seen there, and just outright had an 883 save percentage in his 3 appearances. He did get to overtime twice, so that's a factor, but still an 883. Not ideal. Mr. Parik here was phenomenal. Excuse me. Nope, can't clear my throat, my voice. It's giving out. Fight through it, fight the pain. All right, we're good. There we go. It's fine. Just build up a gunk. An 898 isn't great. He was obviously okay in the regular season last year. Then in the playoffs, he was phenomenal. Really makes you think he should get another shot here. And then Dan Vladar had a 902. A 902. 1-2-0. He at least won a game. Should it be Parik and Vladar? Should Greiss get a chance? Ustimenko had an 867. Yikes. Sjogard had an 894. And again, he was the one that was interesting because he was 13-2-2. Even though he didn't do that well, the team did well in front of him, apparently. And then Coletta, an 888. Greiss could deserve a second chance because he at least lost in overtime twice, right? Parik deserves a chance because he was pretty damn good last year. Vladar is at least solid-ish, a 902. And then Sjogard at least got us wins this year. He didn't stop pucks, but he got us wins. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. And we're going to roll with these 2. And Lukas will once again be our starter until he proves that he shouldn't be. You know, I mean, he had playoff success last year. If there's anyone that I can kind of hope would be able to replicate that, it is very much him. Of course, Franklin Street is not ours. Let's get Dan Vladar in there, along with Coletta. It's a toss-up to see how this is going to work, but it is indeed a playoff episode. We are taking on the Panthers. Apparently, the NFL's most recent team, according to that glitch the other day, or this past Sunday. Well, let's look at their roster here, shall we? I mean, we're going to be pretty familiar. Huberdeau, Barkov, Eberle, Denisenko, Heponiemi, and Nick Ritchie, who's bounced back to an 86. Beauvillier, Eric Stahl, Andrew Shaw, Saron Noel, Anton Lundell, and Derek Stepan. The defense, Keith Yandel and Aaron Ekblad, Jeremy Waugh and Oscar Clefbaum, Kevin Miller, Noah Juleson, the goaltender, Spencer Knight. And Bobrovsky is the backup. Healthy scratches, Owen Tippett and Adam Gaudette. Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to go for us. We kind of both teams stumbled into the playoffs. There's no real way of knowing what's going to happen here. We have the offensive advantage. The defense is tied. And they obviously have the goaltending advantage on paper. It's a complete toss-up. I can't really build it up anymore. Let's just do it. Round 1 against the Cats. Let's see what we can do. We're capable of winning a series. We did last year. We're capable of winning this one. That was the question. First period, scoreless. 16 shots to 3. Well, at least we got goaltending. Second period, we're still getting goaltending. 29 shots to 14. This is a stupidly close game. And Nico Hischier gets the first goal of the game. How do you like that? Power play for the Panthers goes to waste. How the hell do we have the lead in this game? 16 to 3, the shots in the first period. Power play goes to waste. We get another one. Oof, league's top power play. Sputtering a little bit. 3.5 minutes to go. Oh my God. We just stole this game. He is magic in the playoffs. A 43 save shutout. He's basically our Carey Price. Regular season, let's be honest, meh at best. Playoffs, he comes to play. That's when it matters the most. And the good thing is we don't have to pay him $10 million. Although I would, after a performance like that. He has a .948 save percentage in 12 career playoff games. He's an absolute stud. And I think he's our starter. I think right now we say we live and die with Mr. Lukas Park in between the pipes. With that, let's go. First period of game number 2, and Florida does score. Derek Stepan, of all people, 15 shots to 9. Second period, oh God, the offense is still really struggling here. Third period underway, early power play chance, extended at that, nothing doing. We're having a tough time solving Spencer Knight here. Florida, one more goal ends this for sure. Power play for the EU, no. 5 minutes left. Are we going to see back-to-back shutouts? We are. A 1-0 shutout victory for the Elite, and then in the next game, a 37-save shutout for Spencer Knight. A goaltending duel, or is it a battle of anemic offenses? You don't see that too often. And the question is, do we make a desperation change? I don't think we do. We just go for it, man. Looks like Lars Eller's down 2 overall points, though. Interesting. Is the morale that bad on the fourth line? Again, we got Gleboff and Riley back. We got some of these other guys. Let's just go. We'll be okay. And if we're not, then so be it. It's game number 3. Now in Florida. First period, 1 goal apiece. Michael Bondra and Aaron Ekblad, the defenseman, getting involved. Second period, oh boy. Eric Stahl and Keith Yandel. Nico gets one back, but we still trail by 1. Entering the third period, Lukas may have turned back into a pumpkin here. He's done his best. 10 minutes to go. We're holding it to 3 goals, but we need a goal, please. We need a goal, please. Give me a goal, please. It's not looking good, guys. 2 minutes left. Spencer Knight shuts the door. 3-2 final. The Florida Panthers bounce back from a Game 1 loss and take a 2-1 series lead in this series. We have, each team has 3 goals. Excuse me, they have 4. They have 4 goals to our 3. 3 goals in 3 games, though, it's not good enough. I think we have to do something, and unfortunately, Pasta's been quiet. That second line has been abysmal. We are getting no secondary scoring. So that top line, a +1, is the best we can get. Unfortunately. Actually, Pasta is listed as a sniper instead of a playmaker. We had some conversation about that before. Okay. What are we going to do here? I want to make that change on the fourth line. Faxa had a pretty good year. Maybe drop down Suter. Have Lars Eller at center. Have Faxa, Hurtelmeyer. That works. I mean, in theory, a playmaker down on that line, you would think would give them better chemistry. Swapping Faxa and Hedel actually gives us a +3, but then Pasta takes it away. Right. Okay. Risky moves here, but, I mean, we have enough talent up and down this lineup that changes like this really shouldn't debilitate us. Like, we have enough talent in this lineup. We should be fine no matter what we do. That second pairing is getting ripped to shreds, though. That's all I know. Let's go into Game 4. I mean, winner, we're down 3-1 in the series. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a spark here. First period, 1-0 Panthers. Eric Stahl. Oh, my God. Second period, oh, no. Spencer Knight's just too good. I mean, it's what we ask for. High-rated goalies to play like high-rated goalies, but it's so frustrating when it's the AI's goalie that does it, and then you get a high-rated goalie, and they never show up, it seems like. Power play chance, more at Sider, thank God. We've tied this one up at 1. Semyonov gets another. Please hold on. Please. We are tied at 2 games apiece. Out of nowhere. 2 power play goals for Sider and Semyonov. And that is a victory. Lukas was great once again. Semyonov, I think his first ever playoff GWG. The question is, was it a major? It was a double minor on Anton Lundell. And we struck, I believe, both times. Craziness. I mean, hey, we're always competitive at least. We've yet to get blown out in the series. It is game number 5. Back on home ice. First period, goal apiece. Eric Stahl, my God, and Philip Hedel. Second period, we take the lead. Zemgus Girgensons. There we go. There's that depth scoring. And we go to the third up by 1. Early power play, nothing. And Jeremy Waugh is able to tie this game up. Tomas Hertl gets it back. We're up by 1 with 9 minutes left. That's a long time left. And Tim Stützle makes it 4. We are finally getting through and getting pucks past Spencer. Not Eric Stahl. Please don't do this to me, Eric. Please, thank God. A 4-3 win. Consecutive wins in this series, despite the fact that Eric Stahl has turned back the clock 15 years. And we have 2 chances to end the series. We do. Let's go. No lineup changes. Game 6. Are we moving on to round number 2 for the second year in a row? First period, 1-0 Panthers. Shocker. It's Nick Ritchie. Second period, 2-0 Panthers. Heponiemi. Spencer Knight's just going to shut this shit down, isn't he? He is just going to close up shop. This one is over. A GG. Hertl scores. We do have 10 minutes left. I am not getting my hopes up. Nico Hischier ties it. I am not getting my hopes up. Absolutely not. I will not fall for this. I have been here before. I will not fall for this. We go to overtime. Game 7's coming up. I'm confident in it. Here we go. It's going to happen. Game 7. Here we go. Any second now. Any minute now. I know how this works. You're not fooling me. Game 7. Let's go, Florida. Chop, chop. Get this goal. I know you're going to. Come on. Come on. Don't make me go to double overtime. Don't do it. Tim Stützle scores. And for the second year in a row, we are off to the second round. Thank God. Oh, I didn't want to get my hopes up. But no. The team got it done. 40 saves for King Lukas. And Tim Stützle's the hero. I did not expect that. From 1-0 up, 2-1 down, we win 3 games in a row and beat the Panthers in 6. And somehow, some way, this stud of a goalie has done it again. I'm done for this episode. There's nothing left to say. Just look at those numbers. Oh, and just swoon. Swoon like I am. Swoon, I say.